Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Terra Invicta. We are the Initiative! A little bit of time has passed in between episodes, and we just finished the Ferrocite Resistance Tech. So we've completed an objective. After some trial and error, our R&D department have discovered a number of compounds that are naturally occurring on Earth and relatively harmless to humans, but harmful or toxic to Hydra physiology. This is very interesting, and I think very different at this point. We're really diverging from the other victory conditions. When injected into the bloodstream, they produce, at most, mild irritation in humans, but are destructive Hydra cells, including ferrocite cells. We've formulated a long-lasting version of this cocktail, which can be administered by syringe to our personnel and operatives. So long as it is topped up every few days, Hydra ferrocytes introduced into the body will quickly die off, preventing the ferrocytes from attaining the critical mass needed for effective mind control. A rather crude solution, but it'll suffice for now. More importantly, our efforts in analyzing the nature of Hydra ferrocytes has begun to yield results. We believe it should be theoretically possible to breed our own versions of ferrocyte cells in a controlled environment. Okay. Hydras produce ferrocytes to their own bodies, but there seems no theoretical reason why it should be impossible for us to produce them using our own bioindustrial base. Using new technologies we developed in the wake of Hydra arrival, we hope to develop a new, improved form of ferrocytes, which holds the potential to bring us success in this confrontation. Complete the Ferrocite Mastery Project when it becomes available. Okie dokie. I'm going to keep doing one of the xenotechs. I'll go ahead and do that. Fate meter has dropped down a little bit. Annoyingly, that has meant we've had to sit and watch a couple of our stations get destroyed. And I did miss this. I would have gone and intercepted, but one of the, and I mean like 10 different alien fleets arrived in Earth. Some stayed, some didn't. One of them did do a crash land, and I missed that they were on a crash land thing. So another alien is back on Earth right now, unfortunately. And I think there's still a ship in orbit doing surveillance that I'm leaving be for now. We've just completed the tech for the North America Unification, so in the next turn we're going to go and do that. We've got full control over Spain, and a couple of the servant points over here are cracked down, so I've decided to go and make a move on Belgium, Luxembourg, even though we are already over our control point limit. But I think it's probably good to make a jump in there right now. Greater North American one. I'll set as a favorite. I don't know if that's going to be a priority to unify even more. We may or may not do that. I find it, they're small nations and it's a little tedious, so I'm like, well, I don't know. What's the situation over here in terms of things? Full democracy. Good. Okay, so we can just keep on the default policy for the moment. That's going to be fine. And yeah, we're definitely going up over here, which is less than ideal. Doesn't help that we lost a couple of our admin stations. Okay, there's a Ferrocite Mastery, so I'll set as a favorite, and we'll definitely be researching it at some point. I don't think I even have to set it as a favorite. I think it's going to be at the top of the list because it's one of the story ones, but still. All right, Alliance ended.
Ready to go.
I don't think I can take another point. I think we'd be running negative influence. We'll just have to call this one good enough for the moment. Okay, I'll get you to investigate alien activity. I'll get you to burninate some alien activity. And then I'm going to get you to come over here and set national policy in the USA. Confirm. And then we'll create a federation. Yeah, I know. We're losing influence. I realize it. We're working on it. We're not going to be able to unify immediately. Could I have done the federation earlier? Information leak. Oh, this thing again. Or not again. I haven't gotten it in this game. Make standard apology. No, let's do that. That's a lot of influence. That sucks.
The people will come to our side.
Don't repeat. We got in. We've got a toehold. We'll call that good enough for now. Yeah, I did the level 1 reconnaissance array, which does give you ops. I'm gonna favorite the level 2. It was super cheap.
Direction complete.
So we're gonna federize Canada, and then yes, we don't have to repeat. Because now we have to wait for the unification timer.
Score 1 for the good guys.
So January. There wasn't anything else saying no, is there? As non-hostile claim. Why do we have a hostile claim? Huh? Okay, for unification, like the must be in federation until then. Has non-hostile claim. Wait, so okay, hold on. So you're saying we don't have a claim on Toronto, Ottawa? Except that we do. I'm wondering if that just hasn't refreshed or there's something weird about that
Conflict in space
display.
doesn't have an exact analog in terrestrial warfare, although our instructors keep trying to explain it like it does.
Flag bridge will be something we'll want later. Extended this acceleration. Mission to outer planets. Okay, again, we're not going to push towards this. I do actually have a full lock on this. I could pull back on it. It's mostly a question at this point of how much do I want access to this tech. Honestly, I might go and pull back and just focus on our internal things for a little bit. Yeah.
Recon complete.
Because it's not like that's going to give us a new drive instantly. In fact, what does it give us instantly? Batteries, coil guns. Yeah, it doesn't give us anything we need instantly, so it's mostly just we need to make sure we've got a little bit of control over one of the tech routes, so we can slow that down. We'll still trickle towards it. Maybe some of the others will contribute more. They do tend to prioritize less. Oh yeah, so Tanaka base over here got bombarded from orbit. We lost the mining complex and one of the layered defense arrays, but other than that, it's been fine. In fact, even after everything is built, you're still gonna have over 100 power left. I'm wondering if I should just get you another defensive array or two. Yeah. In fact, you could fit another, but I'll just stop there and just dissuade a little bit more orbital bombardment. Maybe I should do that to all my places on Mercury, but I don't know. Maybe I should. Okay, enemies are planning. That's that. Waiting on this. Lots of people waiting for some actions.
Where do you need?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to hammer more here, but we can't right now. Oh, there's something to investigate.
Headed
So do
there
that.
now.
And then I guess the rest
Where
of
do you
you can
need
just
me?
go back to automate,
Ready for orders.
doing some hiding or whatever.
Standing
So,
by for orders.
Lee is now up to a whole
Your
whopping
orders.
8 persuasion. And she is managing a little bit of a push. Espionage. Well, we may as well max your espionage. That is your job. You can see Gemma's loyalty is now up to a 9. So Gemma's loyalty is finally being boosted by Lee with more success than before. Okay, you have arrived in Mercury orbit. Are you going to go... You're coming after my defensive fleet. Okay. All right, so be it. I will accept. We'll auto-resolve. And we will win. With apparently tremendous ease. We did actually have point defense on this one. Yep, so that helped a lot. Ridiculous. Okay, we'll go ahead and accept the outcome over there. Achievement. Never tell me the odd win battle versus an enemy fleet that has more than 5 times combat strength. Okay. Repair, and resupply. Damn.
Initiating deep cover.
Okay, feels good to be a gangster.
Control.
Sorry, I just rewatched Deadpool 2,
Don't think I changed.
and when Russell, that's his name, right? Firefist, when he says that, it always makes me laugh. So it's sort of in my head. My apologies for being so cringy. Yeah, all right. Flag, we'll set as a favorite. And hey, low mark. You know what? It's interesting timing that you'd be done now, man. Oops, that would have been quite frustrating if we'd lost the battle right before those ships spawned. That would have been terrible. Okay, Tiangong, you'll probably go and blow up one of my stations. Maybe not. Our heat meter is dropped, so you might be like, you know what? It's fine, bro. More officers. Yeah, they're just chilling. Sometimes they chill for a surprisingly long time before attacking. Advanced ECM. Now, we still need, I think, the special one to work against aliens, and I don't know what the prereq for that is, but that's part of our working towards our next class of ships, which remind me here. Okay, we are doing a military one. So I don't want to do military or alien, I think. That is handy. Public campaigns. Military crackdown is rather brilliant. Again, I don't know if this covers torpedoes, but probably. You know what? Hold on. We should probably get this as soon as possible. Yeah. More output from our mines, more better. The sooner we do it, the more we start to accrue. Improve railgun batteries, and yeah, then I'm just going to go back to more guns. I mean, at some point we'll want the marine assault units, but we don't need them yet. More officers is great. I don't know that we need the rail cannons, but I'm just generally going to look at these. Some of them, I can't remember. I think it's the batteries that help the point defense. Gorilla, the flag bridge doesn't have to be now. That's even higher percentage. Oh, and it does give us a different cybernetic, the combat astronaut, too. Okay, let's do this, because it's definitely something I'm going to want. So what's our state in orbit? Are they any... Oh, there's an interface orbit available. Yeah, okay, let's go and build this, and we'll have you conform to... I think I probably need another first. I'll just call you first 4, so if you get destroyed, I know what to rebuild. Oh, I guess, hold on. No, it's because of my mission control. Right, okay, I'm gonna have to be more patient again. Okay, yes, Project Exodus does have a base round series, so we do get notices about that from time to time. And low Earth orbit. Right, so you're going to join at 91, 91, 91, 91. Now, rather than build new ships, since I am very much at my MC limit, well, first of all, double check what's going on in orbit. No operation. No operation. And then this one, the one doing surveillance. Okay, I'm gonna decide to blast this, even though it's going to increase the hate again. I'm going to make sure to leave some dudes back here to defend. Actually, hold on. I guess what's going on. Hold on. All the ones that are block 5. Well, honestly, that's going to be enough. We'll do this. This one here. Okay, this is the one that's all block 5. So it's going to be slightly better. Might be slightly better for chasing. So yeah, you're going to go after 302. You've got slightly less strength on paper. They might run, in which case I probably won't do a partial pursuit. I'll just like knock off 1 or 2 ships and then try again and see if they run. But yeah, I want to go and stop this. This is very important. Even though it's going to lead to a little bit more alien hate. Tyler, oh yeah, you were just investigating the site on ground, so now you're back to being more automated. That's going to be okay. And we're waiting for January to do the unification. So, engage. Oh, you're willing to do it. Okay, you're going to get obliterated. Ooh! We actually lost quite a few ships there, which I'm surprised about. Maybe it's hubris, but I really thought that was going to be a cakewalk.
Initiating deep cover.
Hunkering down.
Offering assistance.
Well, you have no Delta V. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do with my fleet. I'm going to go ship construction, Earth, refit. Oh, right. I forgot that these filters are... I'm confused. One of these ships should be upgradable. Refit. How come the block... Maybe one of my upgrades wasn't actually an actual upgradable. Okay, fine. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to split off. Okay, it's the only block 5 left. Okay, I'm going to do a few. This one should be enough to go and share fuel with the stranded fleet. Oh, they're going for an intercept.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Oh, we have no choice. Okay, that's unfortunate. Return to the Ferrari station. Good. And then merge. Okay, I guess we're gonna go back to building ships. This button. Okay, it only takes me 30 clicks, but I get there. All right. I think the monitors are still good to build for now. Like, we've got access to the bigger size ships, but I'm not sure they're the right things to build currently.
In our direction.
Tanaka, yep, good. You got your mining base again. Congo regime change is fine. And there we go, rebuilding some of our stations that were blowed up. And yeah, we're only 10 behind the control points, which really isn't bad. I could maybe go for the other one in Belgium, Luxembourg right now, but I'll probably I don't know. We might wait. Okay, Farsight liability. Different autopsy, executive protection, security measures. Oh, I want to get strategic deception. I want to lower the amount of hate. So the aliens will see us as using less mission control than we do, and therefore that will lower some of the passive hate that's sitting around, which should be, I think, fairly helpful. Right, you can do a hostile takeover. Good for you. I guess we should check to see if anyone's got any promotions queued up or ready to go. Oh, hey, yeah, you need to keep getting more persuasion, my friend. Okay. And then, yeah, just keep on automating. You're fine. And we'll get some of those batteries.
Going into hiding.
Setting a
The
watch.
academy having these places is going to be very annoying.
Offering support.
Really need someone to target those
I couldn't
academy
get through to
sites.
them. The people will come to our side.
And then we can still go for
Our
Switzerland.
efforts
Although
didn't
again,
have
we
any
don't
effect.
we won't have any claims over it until we get, I think, the Europe Ascendant one, like the next European unification. We could go for Iceland, actually. That actually would be pretty good. Sheep already cracked down. Yeah, I should go for Iceland with
I'm
Chew,
here.
my spy. Let's go.
We're taking power.
All right. Just confirm assignments.
Eyes
Got
on.
nothing going on in space. We're utilizing a lot of MC, but in a good,
Their
positive
loyalty
way.
remains questionable.
Our science gone up a bit. Last time I did a kind of an odd about things. I think we're sitting at about 4.4. Now those numbers change because
Move the needle.
that is getting multiplied by like synergy bonuses based on what we happen to be researching at the time. But still, like if you look and compare to everyone else, we are crushing them tech-wise. Beautiful position to be in. Yes, there we go. We've got that, which means we're researching. Right, not a military one, so I want to keep doing that. Yeah, let's keep getting
We've moved the needles.
some of this gun tech. There we go. Defense arrays, lovely. I don't know what guns we're going to end up using on our ships, but I think it's still a good idea to pick those
We've
up.
removed some threats.
We got the Iceland control point. Nice. And I'm assuming you probably have... actually, you didn't have your mission control yet. So we'll go and turn that on. Actually, you're in the tiny thing. We'll do the... We'll do this. The basic small nation setup. Forgot we had the hotkey for it and everything. And then we'll do another purge over there.
Removing our
And yeah,
enemies.
there's not going to be a lot of control points. Yeah, it's 2 points per. Very easy
Securing our
to
interests.
go and pick up.
Protecting our interest.
Yeah, we don't need
Initiating
Denmark
recon.
over here because it's
Lending
resistance.
my expertise.
And what
I
is
think we have a
Norway?
break.
Oh, Norway's ours. Sweden is a mixed bag, right? Yeah, some extra layered defense over there. Situation on Earth is good. Resources keep going up. I don't know if they're going up fast enough for this phase. Right now, we're in the phase of, well, it feels like we have infinite resources, but it goes so fast. Okay, alien operative, yeah. We're not going around and booping the ones on
Our
Earth. I'm
associates
hoping
are
that,
now in charge.
I'm really hoping that someone like Humanity First is taking care of that for us. Close this. Let's make sure we have a proper alliance with these players. In case anything were to happen. And then it's still available with the other stuff, so that should be okay. Oh, what's the situation with Spain? Yeah, we need to EU up, actually. So, you're not doing anything. I'm going to get you to set national policy
Time
here.
to make our move.
You're going to go and burninate, and you are going to go and investigate. Dun, dun,
Protecting
dun.
our interests.
I don't think we've got any upgrades. for
Securing
rockets.
our
I think we're still
control.
fine. I don't know. Maybe we got a new armor.
I
Maybe we should
believe
go and
they'll
check out, but
stay
I don't think
loyal
so.
to the cause.
I think that's pretty much static. Oh, strategic deception. Yeah, I think that's going to be really good. So that was another alien one. Should I get alien warships? Let's get alien warships for the reduced damage. It's pricier, but not tragically so. Right, if I want to go into the ship designer here. Yeah, we have access to some pretty large stuff at this point. I think we might still be in the battleship versus battle cruiser thing and still being reliant on the hull weapons. I guess they both have the same hull weapons. The battleship has more utility modules, but like lower like nose weapons. But we really don't have much to offer for low nose weapons. We do have the infrared laser cannons, but I mean we don't have coils or anything like that. So what I might think is actually I might just do the 2 smaller infrared lasers as point defense kind of style. Oh no, okay, I am wrong about these modules. These are the utility modules. So this actually can pack something like this. Huge amounts of torpedo fire. And then yeah, I think for the nose, now there's also the actual point defense lasers that we could add over here. And it might be worth having one. Like slightly less throw rate in doing that. On the other hand, if we're using a couple of small lasers at the nose, they can operate in defense mode. They're set to Guardian mode by default, so they will prioritize fighting at projectiles, which isn't a terrible idea. And yeah, we've only got the nanotube armor, but that's fine. And then drive-wise, it would still be the Helican drive. And then power plant-wise, it would still be this. And then our 1 radiator. And then probably a repair bay. Probably lots of magazines. Oh, we can obsolete the older ECM, so we'll put that in, which doesn't help against the aliens yet. I don't think I need the thrust vectoring, because we really don't need to turn to aim at things very much. So probably this ends up being like 3 magazines in here. Oh! Forgot it did that. What just got replaced? I think the repair bay. There we go. Targeting computers there. Okay, good. Yeah, so 3 magazines, and then let's assume some tanks there, and then one of those, a couple of those against flanks. Like 20 in the nose, maybe more. What are we looking at here? Okay, Delta V's pretty good. I think we could probably go and armor these more. I think go with something like this. That's pretty heavily armored for the stage in the game. And the cruise Delta V is still going to be, this would still be a very defensive, like this is just a defender to hang around in orbit kind of thing. Which makes me wonder, what is this giving us? Here's the question. What is this giving us that the monitors aren't? Right? This still isn't fast enough to actually like reliably catch things. It is going to be a lot tougher, but it's so much more expensive and slower to build, right? And I'm not sure that it's going to be the make and break difference. We could just, for the costs here, and I don't know, we'd have to compare and contrast, but I'm betting for the cost of this thing, we can build so many monitors that the monitors will potentially end up having overall better reliability in battle. And they only get built in 120 days, which is a lot faster, so that makes it easier to respond to things. This does come with like the ECM, but again, it doesn't work against the alien stuff right now anyway, so this doesn't actually matter. I'll save this as a buy to keep in mind, but I don't think it's time to build that yet.
Complete.
Federate. Oh, no, there isn't anything to do. From here, Spain. Oh, you can't do Denmark. Who can, hold on. Which was Denmark again? The Resistance. And the Resistance oh no, we can ally with them after the 15th. Okay, so I think we will be able to go and do this. We just can't yet. Okay, close. All right, so after September, I think Spain can ally, and therefore it'll work. I'm actually surprised. I guess we haven't pissed off the Resistance. They haven't left the European Union. Because if they'd left, then it would be fine. Because we wouldn't have to worry about allying with them. And we're waiting for January for North America. And enemies are planning, and they're taking your sweet time with it.
Where to?
And then I think everyone
Standing
here
by for
can just
orders.
go back to automate.
Where to?
Yeah, that should be fine. Go. Where's protecting?
Laying
Oh,
the
that's Singapore.
groundwork.
Advanced railgun batteries, so keep going down military tech. Or are we? And yeah, do we pick Europe Ascendant? Right, so this is going to give us a bunch of stuff. First of all, one of the things it's going to do is Turkey, which isn't helpful. And then I think it's Ukraine and Belarus and maybe Russia. But we're not really in the position to make a move there. We don't have the control points, and we're not at war with those people. Alien robotics. It builds faster. It does lead to a few interesting things. I like protection against here. I think we're going to go for one of these primary ones. I don't know that I care about the intel boost. We need both of these to win, but the Ferrocite mastery specifically gives us defense against the Ferrocites. So I think we're going to do that, even though it's super expensive. It's going to take a long time. Oh, I didn't realize I'm doing alien warship still. Never mind. I forgot what category I was in. Let's just, okay, we'll chooch through some military tech still, and I do want the Marines
Securing our
at some point. That's the other thing we could do with our battleships.
Offering support. think we had a
Anti-satellite test. Okay, well, that's a little unfortunate. One of the things we can do with bigger ships is have some marine things. Oh, expedition to Mercury's equators. Preparing to explore Mercury's equator. We get 1,700 science, which ain't bad. Or we could spend a pittance of money and some boost for even more science. Yeah. That finishes the Marine Assault Unit and Water Purification. Very nice. Okay, we'll grab the rail stuff. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go with the Mark 1 rails, like the spinal cannons and things like that, but it's certainly an option. Let's get institutional bastions for the extra control points as well, since we're still over our limit, and that will fix things. I mean, we're barely over our limit, but still.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Oh, it's
Things are
it's
cooling
after
off.
September. So if we went here, September of 37. Oh, I missed that. Wait, what? Why over a year? I mean, now it's less than a year, but it was over a year. What are they doing to block that? I don't know, but that is awfully frustrating. Is it time to do something about the resistance? Maybe we do go for Europe Ascendant, and then we go and challenge resistance for Turkey and Denmark. I mean, we don't need Europe Ascendant for that, but like we may as well wait. And I think we don't actually have, like, we're not at war with them. Oh no, we do have the non-aggression pact. Wait, no, we're here, but we do have the non-aggression pact. We're in open conflict with humanity first. You know, maybe we go and push back over here. In which case, we can also push back into Russia, although the resistance annoyingly has a control point there too. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a cut in now. And this is still waiting until January, yeah? Yeah, January. It still says, United States has non-hostile claim on Canada Original Capital Region, Toronto, Ottawa. Is it a hostile claim for some reason? There's something weird, isn't there? Is there something that causes the claims to be hostile instead of friendly? Maybe once the democracy and things gets better? I can't remember. There's something about that in the release version that's different than before. Maybe it's because we have a government mismatch. There may have been something about that. A government mismatch. So, I mean, they're not actually still getting better. I'm wondering if I want to go and push more focus specifically there. Well, the cohesion's still low, so we should still fix that first. And the cohesion is no longer being brought down by the welfare. I wonder if I could, I was going to say, pull back a little bit on the welfare spending. I mean, it's moderate, which isn't bad. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Just one pip. We'll have more focus on government and unity. And then once the unity gets close to 5, I can bring that all the way down or cancel it or something. I might and then go and put a pip into knowledge instead. Because that would still help push us towards the 5. And, you know, tech is good. And yeah, GDP is dropping. Now, part of the GDP drop was still because of some of the population changes, but now the per capita GDP is also dropping. So I might want to start reinvesting in economy, but I think right now the boost towards just these things is going to be really good. And yeah, I think there might be something like that. I hope that will get fixed once we get this boosted, because I want to do the unification route. I want to Federation unification, please. Okay. Folks, thanks for watching another episode. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.